My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon in the Darkest Rhapsody Estate. Now look, y'all. Last episode was trash garbage. I understand that. We've got to pick up the pieces. Now, a couple of people have expressed concern for the fate of this campaign and estate. Don't worry, we'll be fine. We are 30 weeks in out of a total of 100, so 30% of the way there. We've not made a ridiculous amount of impact on bosses, but the thing is, when we start going for bosses, we take a bunch out in a small period of time. Like you saw a couple episodes ago, there was just a streak of Necromancer, Prophet, then Hag, and then like immediately afterwards, it was like Siren plus the Brigand 8 Pounder. So I'm not too concerned about that. What I am a wee bit concerned about is the 5 deaths. But when I say a wee bit, I do mean a wee bit. I'm not really that super concerned here. We've lost one person in Dudley to the... Oh god, they were quite good as well. We lost them in the Miller area, the farmstead, and we lost Hughes and Selly in the farmstead. Outside of that, when I'm prepared for the missions, we don't lose that many people. Like Hoville and Asselin in 30 weeks, that's 2 people. So now that I know what to expect in the next stage of the farmstead, I think I'll be able to take it out without losing anyone. And then after that, when it turns into the endless quests in the farmstead, my understanding is at that point, you don't lose people there. They just disappear for a time. I don't know if they count towards deaths at that point. Anyone that would like to tell me is more than welcome to do so. We don't have that much money left, so we're not going to be able to treat Renault, Placeholder, and Montville for a while. And we definitely will need to sell some trinkets in order to get some stuff going on. So, bleed skill chance and damage. That's actually quite useful in a party that already has a Vestal, so I'll be dropping the Protected Padlock. That's not useful for me. I'll drop the Carapace Idol. I'll drop the Camper's Helmet. And the Brawler's Gloves, definitely. Quick Draw Charm, I mean... Quick Draw Charm is something that I used to run on, like, a Vestal... Not a Vestal. Never a Vestal. On a Point-Blank Shot. Is it called Point-Blank Shot? The Highwayman's front-up ability? Hey, it is. Point-Blank Shot. I'd run it on like a Point-Blank Shot Highwayman, or even more powerfully, in my own opinion, on a Jester who would open the fight with a Finale. Finale has since been nerfed, and Point-Blank Shot isn't the greatest way to run a Highwayman, in my opinion. I think the Riposte and having Force Guard from a Antiquarian is still the best way to run a Highwayman. So I think because of those reasons, we're unlikely to use the Quick Draw Charm. We are more likely to use the Sharpening Sheath, but even more than we're likely to use the Sharpening Sheath, we're more likely to just stack damage on that character. It is worth noting that we did lose our Focus Ring because it was on... gosh, what was his name? Dudley who died? So that's going to be a wee bit of a problem. That's going to make me sad on the inside and on the outside. So that's not great. Cursed Incense I'll probably also drop, because if I'm going to run that guy, I'm going to run him as a healer. Lock of Patience. I mean, we don't have also a Lock of Transference, which was another thing we lost on Dudley. So that's probably like the second thing that I'd be running on a Abomination at this point. So I think that's probably all the money that I can farm out at this point. I've already chosen my party as well. We've got Godard, Bernard, Penel, and Evelyn, who become a single ray of humor. I've also got their equipment. We've got the Barrison's Head for the plus 25% protection, as well as the Dazzling Charm on Godard in the front line. Godard is actually natural, so I do have the possibility of dropping both of these, and I actually might do that. We've got Bernard here, who's a Wheeled Tactician. We are going to the Wheeled, mind the way. We've also got an Eldritch Slayer's Ring, as well as a Book of Relaxation. I would be running the Focus Ring on Benel, but guess what? I lost it, didn't I? Penel is going to be running the Lucky Die and the Bloody Die, just kind of Penel's standard setup, with the Eldritch Hater, Eldritch Slayer, and On Guard, so we're going to be real well off in this area. And Evelyn is here as well. Evelyn does currently have bad humors, which is a wee bit rough, but they have the Ancestors map and the Ancestors scroll to give us a ridiculous amount of trap disarm, scouting shots, healing skills, and stress skills. The stress skills won't be relevant on Evelyn, but still. will be quite good. Yeah, I'm gonna drop your trinkets. Speed you up a wee bit. You are an Eldritch Slayer, so you have extra accuracy, so I think I can get away. Yeah, I think I can get away with this. And we're going to be going on this mission. We're going to pick up a Lock of Fury, which is one of the best Abomination trinkets that exists. It is plus 10% damage, plus 3 speed, and negative 10% to your max HP. Doesn't even increase stress. So if you take Lock of Fury and just to theorize on top of it as well, the Nomad Wagon has this broken key for plus 15 accuracy and plus 35% stun skill chance. You get speed, accuracy, stun skill chance, and damage, which are insane. Those are the stats that you want. And the only negative you pay is plus 10% to your stress and negative 10% to your max HP. That is going to be really, really good. That's going to be the loadout that I run for most of my Abominations over the course of this campaign. Cool. Motormouth is done. Now we're just going to upgrade our people and get on our way from misery to happiness to be. We're going to take the exact same setup on Godard as you would assume we would. We definitely need to upgrade everyone basically as much as we possibly can before we go out, because increasing their skills is going to increase the accuracy and the stun skill chance, and those two things are ridiculously important to me. Do the bleeds increase at this level? No, not at all. That's unfortunate. The heals do. Yeah, from 67 to 7 and 8 is insane. Alright, I'm probably going to sell more trinkets here. It's fine. There's a lot of these trinkets that we will literally never be using. Yeah. Especially these kind of small ones. How many times have I taken them out since I got them, right? Witchvar will keep. Warriors will keep. Vengeful Boots will drop. Alright, cool. Especially because everyone has... Well, not everyone, but a lot of the people in this party have more equipment they need to get. And after that, it's just about getting our... One sec while I sell just like 3 more things if I can get it done. Beautiful. And then it's just about revisioning. There we go. That's what it's called. I had a look at all of the other missions. There was nothing I could really see. I did want to do this Ruins Long Champion dungeon for the Ancestor's Pistol, because the Ancestor's Pistol is insane. But we can't do that because we would die, and we don't have anyone worth that mission yet. And the trinkets in the other missions, in my opinion, aren't that damn important for us, since it's the most valuable mission that I can do. It will also trigger Caregivers Convention, which is going to give me the ability to lock people away in our treatment facility, specifically the sanitarium, for free. So I just get to fill all of these slots for free, which is going to be a real big boost to our economy. Don't need anti-venom. You do need bandages in this area. Medicinal herbs you can use, but with the one that we've got is probably going to be more than enough. Holy water can be used in this area, but it's quite rare. I've got 2 characters who have abilities that actually increase the torchlight, so I'm not going to take a stack of torches. And I'll drop a little bit of food there. The light increasing abilities include the Inspiring Cry and the Dazzling Light, both of which pump up the lights, so we probably won't need that many torches. This feels right. I've got keys? Check. I've got shovels? Check. I've got food? Check. I've got torches? Check. That's the baseline covered. I feel good enough to go out on the road, don't you? Whew! Beasts and corrupted human alike inhabit these failing groves. Oh, never mind. It had actually loaded.
Our land is remote and unneighbored. Every lost resource must be recovered.
Gather 3 medicines. So I do need to have space in my inventory. It's unfortunate, but... Okay. Frothing Madman, I'm happy to see you. I mean, I'm not happy to see you if you get, accusation off at the very start of this fight. I hate that so much. Thank you for stunning the doggy. And some stress heal as well. I actually need to deal some damage as well, otherwise these dogs are basically never going down. And we'll flashbang the back line to try and stun the Frothing Madman, but also knock them out of position so that we have the capability of killing them next turn. Hopefully we don't get crits. Gonna get bled all over, though. Ah! No! You just moved him to the back of the party again! I just fixed his positioning.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive. Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
So uppercut is 130 versus 80. It's only a 40% chance for a stun. Our accuracy is really disappointing. It is worth noting, oh, they did get an accusation off as well. So now we've got 4 stress per round for 4 rounds, as well as 15 extra stress by percentage until camp.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
This fight has a huge problem in terms
As the
of...
light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
all of these enemies have really, really high dodge, and our accuracy is really, really bad because we couldn't get an accuracy trinket. Because we lost it. The focus ring. Remember that?
Destroyed.
I would have liked to get a heal out there as well, but we got some stress heals out. We got some torch buffs out as well.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Probably worth a key. 3 deeds. I mean, we do want to stack deeds at this point, right? Deeds are what we're going to be taking to the blacksmith so that we can get the next level of armor smithing. We need a total of 33, I think, in total. Site's contents are mine.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
I'll pump the torch twice before going in here because we could get a mega scout which will scout out these 2 areas. Alright. Shovel number 1 goes down.
Herself, a victim to the spreading corruption. Malformed with misintent.
Pump the torch again before we go into this area. We know there's not going to be a fight, but we hope for the scout. Good. So we know this bottom area is actually entirely unnecessary, but there's also only 1 fight there. And then we can actually turn off the light here, go that curio, that curio, that curio, that curio, and then rest in this room. It's actually quite good. Do I need to be torch conservative right now? Not really. All right, I'm not going to pump the light before I go into this fight. Hey! Surprised him. Thank you! That's why I bring you, bud. You have an extra buff to your stress skills in this upcoming round, so you're definitely going to be using one of them.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
While I could have stunned the 2 frontliners, because of the damage bonuses that bounty hunters get against humans, it was better just to roll for the damage there. Yeah, nice try. It doesn't matter if you do that, because I have Holy Lance.
Sedated.
Literally for that reason as well. And you know what? I'm not even going to use it. I'm going to stress heal. Should have used it to move forward, because now I've missed out on the opportunity to use Penel for a stress heal that round. Well, You win some, you lose some, you learn some, you love some, you lose some. Nope, already said lose some. Damn it. You win some,
Slowly,
you dim some.
gently.
Delectable.
This is how a life is taken.
I'm gonna wait until I get warned, frankly, before I stop here, because we've got a wee bit of recovery to get done. Bump him. Nice try. Plus, we get to pump the torch a wee bit. All right.
Annihilated. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
So should be able to disarm this one with pretty much anyone, right? 85, 75, 85. Here I actually will take the caution of swapping the extra trap disarm onto the bounty hunter here, because that chance was not high enough for me, frankly. We keep getting non-Eldritch fights, despite the fact that I've prepared for Eldritch fights in this area. Not great. Turn up the torch.
And now, the darkness holds dominion.
Would I take on a Shambler with this party? Probably. There's no Shambler's things that I still want, though, so... you know, not entirely worth, but I'd probably do it. Yeah, just throw away one food in order to get a new stack of busts. Sure. Alright, advance. I should do this whole trade thing again. It's about to be relevant. Just not looting that. That's why I didn't bring that many medicinal herbs, because sure, you can use them to loot, but what are you looting for it? Food? I bring food. And I can't just bring medicinal herbs and no food and rely on picking up those curios. That's suicide. Okay. So the person with the highest blight resist interacts with this. 70 on you. Nice.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
All's good. So move backward and rest.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
Zealous Vigil is just going to remove the rest of our stress as well as prevent the nighttime ambush. So that's definitely what we're using for that. Extra accuracy. This is self only for 10 accuracy, 8 crit. That's a good idea. 10 accuracy and 8 crit on someone else from Tiger's Eye. And then I can even use Bless to increase the accuracy of another person further. So one of you needs to get Blessed, and one of you needs to get Tiger's Eye. So who needs crit more? Well, I mean, Blessed can only happen on the Jester, so Tiger's Eye is going to happen on the Crusader there.
The light, the promise of safety.
That's 10 extra accuracy on everyone. I could try and have you disarm it in order to get some stress heal on yourself. Worth. It's also worth noting that if I traded the Ancestor Scroll to the person who was doing the disarm as well, they would get extra stress healing, courtesy of the Ancestor Scroll, extra stress skills, stress healing. Cool. Quest location, finally. Curio and Room Battle. Vial of powerful medicines. It's
the first test. Now it must be carried home.
From a chirurgeon's. Is that how it's pronounced? I was told last time that it's pronounced the same way as surgeon, but it can't be exactly the same way as surgeon, otherwise it would be spelled.
Star is born.
Surgeon. I have to imagine it's Chirurgeon, like, rather than Chirurgian, which I think is what I was saying. Nice crit.
Inspiration and improvement.
And the crits don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and they hit the ground running. So we're going to have to... Good lord.
Ground quakes.
2 more damage on that front line. He gets it down for ease. There's my 2 damage. We'll roll that possible stun. It's not likely, but was possible. Roping, don't crit. Nice. Woo! Right, of course, because we're in the second...
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Because we're on the second cycle of this area, the groping swipes will actually start blighting. There we go.
Sedated.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing else to do here.
No quarter.
Yeah, we've probably way too much food right now. Crate is empty. Could have been much worse. You're not wrong, Goddard. Hell, it could have been as bad as this. This Blighted Giant, we're basically just going to have to try and perma-stun. Unfortunately, the Blighted Crony is protected, which is garbage. My stun skill chance on you is what, 60%? What would I roll with my other characters? I guess just damage against this front line. Yeah, worth. Damn it. Come on and move and stun. Hell yeah. Oh, yes. It's going to be so good. I'd have done something to the crone if I could have, but I couldn't, so I didn't. Well, at least it's getting dodged. We're going to do that because our Slice Off now has the possibility of killing. Very nice. I'm glad that didn't crit and did leave a corpse. I can't believe that the final person to go on our team is Penel here. That's insane. Damage. Yep, that bleed will kill the cultist Enchantress. Tree Branch Smackdown. Oh, yes. Dodging that is frankly insane. It's my job now to just try and stun this backliner. And we have.
A death by inches.
We're going to be more than fine here. 2 turns of ridiculous bleed on you. You have 1 speed. Most of our people have significantly more than... Oh my god, you literally have 1 HP left. I'm actually going to throw a stun here, and I'm going to try and bait out a stress heal and a heal. Excellent. Bye-bye.
Monster's size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Not going to need more than 8 torches.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
We have looted a lot of torches over the course of this mission so far. Wow. That barely paid for the key. Yikes. It was garbage. So I know one key goes to this new treasure. And one after it needs to stay in my inventory just in case I find a secret room. Basically the same deal as before, frankly.
The blood quickens.
That makes it a lot more frustrating. Unless we can hit... Okay. I could have gone for the flashbang, but I was worried if the flashbang shuffled them, moving the Blighted Giant backwards would make it impossible to split my damage correctly. Because that's the split that I wanted.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
So 120 versus 140. So we've got 20% chance to stun here. No, we're gonna roll the damage and basically just accept the worst case scenario this turn. I'm gonna take this opportunity to give myself a wee bit of a stress heal, as well as buff the torch. Poison spores. Woo! Easy. I mean, if we just chunk in damage for the next 2 turns before their actions, I think there's nothing they can really do at this point. 12 and 3, tiny amounts of stress. Actually, that is... Yep, you're enough. You're dead. So it's now just stress heal and heal. And try and crit for the kill.
The beast, the greater the glory.
Dropping a single jade to pick up a half stack of crests. Okay. More than happy to do that one. Oh, hell yes. That ruby I need to bring home. Alright, we're now going to move the blood charm over. Which does mean I lose natural, but I get 30 extra bleed resist. It's not worth it. It is just so that I can manage my inventory better. Gah! At least this is the final battle where all of us have extra accuracy as well, so... God. This is the fight, at the very least, we are best equipped to deal with this. Okay, that stun and that bleed means this crazed Nasher will never get an action.
We require only the strength to follow it.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Impressive.
Woo! Baby! The damage on that stunning blow has been really tuned up. Stop critting! Ah. Crit. I still haven't gotten rabies from a single crazed Nasher. I'm actually surprised by that. That should have been a damage split on my part, by the way. Yeah, it was very wrong that that wasn't a damage split.
Well struck. Eradicated.
Due to the risk of getting rabies or crit again, I actually don't want to delay in this fight at all.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Didn't even get a scout there. I'm going to throw away the holy water now so that I can start a new stack of gold because we really do need money. To make up for the previous, well, I guess you could call them completely disastrous runs. Definitely need shovels just in case. Definitely need skeleton keys. I mean, literally for this as well. Definitely need bandages just in case. Definitely need food just in case. And don't definitely need torches, but I would like to have them. I guess I'm going to leave that, and I'm also not going to loot this. I'm effectively just going to go down the end of this hallway and then track back in low light. Yeah, that's going to be really important to do because this Chirurgeon satchel...
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
Well, it ain't going to loot itself. Perfect. Get that fungal grabber out of position, and then it can't really do anything. Oh, you just don't stop critting, do you? Woo! Hopefully Pinel goes first in this round, and they do, and we kill. Hell yes. Don't give me any of that stress.
Confluence of skill and purpose.
Our characters have ridiculously low amounts of stress on them, so we're all good. I'm going for Judgment, basically as a tool to self-heal myself, but also deal a wee bit of damage. Damn it, if Godard could have killed there, we would have been in a real good position. Alright. We're going to use a single target heal on Binao now. Slice up. Keep you back. Solid 10 right there. And we even kill before the attack. Beautiful. So you've got, yeah, 7 in the next... No! Damn it! Because that corpse died, this enemy now actually does have the capability of hitting someone. But they're going to die before they get the opportunity. Just looking to get a stress heal out here before we end. It literally healed 1 stress point.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
I'm going to throw the bandages. Start a new stack of gold. I hope I don't regret that. I should probably also throw something so that I can start taking this emerald. These emeralds, rather. You know what? We're not going to be able to take on Shamblers anymore, but... that's going to be really good. Hang on, no one's going to interact with that, right? You've a guilty conscience, but that shouldn't make you interact with specifically that, if I recall correctly. Thank you for the scout. Curio, nothing. Curio, and then quest location in the final room. Cool. That's a holy water interactable, and it's a guilty conscience interactable, unfortunately. Damn. That stress is going to be easily healed, but it's still annoying. It's possible we don't even have a fight in this final room, which will give us the ability to just come back in low light, loot everything, and be fine. Sure, that's a key. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is a problem. Especially because our accuracy buffs just wore out. Please stun. Ouch.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
It's going to be a problem. Okay, that fungal battery not being able to mark anyone is really good. Confusion spores will shuffle. Or would have, unfortunately, it didn't. Good. Yeah, we're going to take a lot of stress in this fight. Because it's in low light, right? But, I could scarcely have, realized that this exactly was going to happen. Let's resort our party. As much as I want to stress heal, leaving this Blighted Giant on the board is a cocktail for misery. Thank you. That is really powerful. The crits are necessary. Don't you dare. Don't even move. Thank you. My stun chance here is basically zilch, so... damage time. And we'll stun on the back line, mostly for the shuffle. Try and pepper her down to the action where only one person needs to attack her to kill her.
Never hidden.
Poison spores. We're not getting tree branch smackdown, so every turn we don't get smacked by a branch is another turn we're not smacked by a branch. Oh, the crits. I knew I could trust you. That works. Oh, baby. I can now probably take some stress healing actions, especially with those 2 giant bleed crits on that enemy. Oh, yup. And now, as a result, my final action could be stress healing, but we didn't get back to it, damn. Okay, so what do I know now? I definitely still need the food, because otherwise I might run into hunger on the way back. I definitely still need the shovels. Ugh! Because there's a thing to dig up on our way back as well. I'm gonna need to free up space, but there's no obvious room. Deeds will take over that. And those are kind of the lowest value things for us right now. Well, let's think about it. Do I think I'm going to get another full stack of emeralds? No. Which means that this is probably 1,000 more. Unless I end up with 2 more emeralds, this is the correct option. It's optimistic, but I might get another ruby, and that's so much more powerful than a gold stack, and I'd only be getting 500 more if I traded them. So I'll turn those down. And then the problem is, you know, turn the light out and I have to loot this.
Can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this
Where do I put this one now? I need exactly those 2 keys as well. The food is necessary because a random hunger proc could just occur and then everyone gets a bunch of stress. And that stress is annoying to cure and costs money and means that I can't take them out of the party for a while, right? All right. Well, that'll be our first trade. Now, well, that makes life easy. Nothing on that one. Barely anything on this one either. After we use our first shovel here. Okay, no traps spawn. Beautiful. After we use our first shovel there, we can get rid of the rest of the shovels, so that's good. And after we use our final key here, we can get rid of the key stack naturally, so. That doesn't change anything, unfortunately. Come on, ants.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
So I did get another emerald, but unless I get another one after this, it was still the correct decision to prioritize previously as I did. Do I think I'm going to get a hunger proc in literally the next space? I do not. So I'm going to open this and I'm going to replace my food with it.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Especially in this long hallway, it was entirely possible that I got a hunger proc, but literally in the next space, it's not super likely. Okay, cool. It didn't happen. Beautiful. And here's our final key as well.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
I believe this is basically as best as I could have juggled my slots. All right, I think I did well there. I'm trying to get better at that
These tonics and
because
herbs
I've
will
seen
stave off
a lot of
infection
criticism
and
about it.
neutralize contagion.
Okay. Oh gosh, risk taker for -10 dodge but plus 10% damage. -10 accuracy versus blighted and germaphobe. I mean, if I don't run you in a party that has a blight, it really doesn't matter at all. Guilty conscience is annoying. Vertigo is annoying. Tapeworm is annoying. Damn. We got a lot of negatives there, despite the fact that we left with very low stress.
The preponderance of rare and exotic injuries makes this place perfect for the study of suffering.
So, increasing patient cells is nice, but only so that I can get to the next where I can increase the cells for the treatment ward. That said, I do have 3 people with the disease right now, so I could just increase patient cells and then lock a bunch of people away.
Curious methodologies and apparatus can calm even the most tormented soul.
That's everyone with the disease, right? Cool. And then I need 2 people that I'm going to lock in. I mean, Placeholder and Montville both aren't going out on the next mission anyway, so... And they're both quite high-level characters for me. You've got nothing I want to lock in, but you do have the yips that I want to get rid of, but that's not particularly expensive to do because it's not even locked in by itself. Placeholder. You don't even have anything that I want to lock in or lock out that's extremely expensive to do so. So, who would... Godard, would you have anything? You kind of do, actually. Eldritch Slayer and Risk Taker. Let's have a look at other people. Now, you have Light Sensitive. I definitely want to get rid of that. It's nothing I want to lock in, though. Val? Unholy Hater. Sorry, Eldritch Hater as well as Fear of Unholy. Definitely. Put then. Thin-Blooded Eldritch Hater. Yeah. Could lock you in there quite happily as well. Hippocratic. Musical. Quick Draw. I mean, you're not that fast. Quick Draw gives you the ability to do your Barbaric Yorp on the front round. Yeah, I think Quick Draw... I want to get rid of Fragile as well, but Soft costs twice as much to get rid of. But Fragile's way more effective. Yeah, I think Gordon goes in. I don't think anyone else is going to be as costly because their cost increases as they level up. Actually, Egomania and Hylomania are both really garbage, and Luminous is really good. Hylomania will mostly make you loot things for me, whereas Egomania will make you interact with Curios. I'd really prefer you not. Alright, Terrell's going to lock themselves in there. So this is like full utilization right here. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Have a look at the Nomad Wagon. Not that much in there. I mean, this one is the Sanguine Snuff. We've seen it before. Very, very somewhat viable, I guess. Fading, the -2 speed and -5 dodge. I don't know about that one. Steady's nice, but I don't know about Fading. Fading Daredevil, definitely not. Resolution is good. That's one of the ones that I don't care about as far as negatives go. Eagle Eye, yeah, crit on your range skills, and then you're also compulsive. Gosh. This area is just, this stagecoach is really garbage for me. Just not getting great offerings there. Alright, let's unequip everyone's trinkets and resort them once more. We're getting ourselves back on track. As you can see, the game knocks us down, but we get back up again. You're never going to keep us down. We get knocked down, but we get back up again. That's not even to mention all the lager drinks, vodka drinks, cider drinks, and whiskey drinks we've had. That's part of the song. I'm completely sober. Sadly. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, by the way. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Darkest Dungeon. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.